Shalom. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elder bishops of GMS, known as Great Millstone, starting with Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabal, Apostle Ramlab, and Apostle Rakah. Those are the four men that I learned this truth from and that have taught me this truth. So shalom to those men. I also want to say shalom wa barakim labakarim shal yashalom, which means peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. Alright, Khan shalom akim yabashim ashah barakatam to the elect, and as well to the house of David, the Bayasha Dawadah, you elected Akim, which are scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you, it's like a Khan to you, and to you only I say shalom. May blessings, infinite and abundant blessings fall upon your household. May we be protected in these days to come. Man, may we continue to preach the gospel, through the four corners of the earth, throughout the four corners of the earth, and may we continue to head out to the highways and hedges, the street corners, the highways and byways, and teach this truth continually to our neighbors, to our brothers, to, Israel, our people. All right, may we continue to do these things, man. All right, Lord's will we endure to the end, man. All right. But, found some scriptures through the Spirit, that I want to bring out. So we're going to go into it. This is the book of Hebrews 12 and 9. It reads, so, us that's in this truth, we got to continue to push, man, to the very end, because we know that all this chaos is happening and occurring. We know that, the Lord is eventually going to bless us and, with the kingdom of heaven, and he's going to bring, the kingdom to us. The kingdom of heaven will be established on earth, and we know certain brothers, when they get into it, they break it down a certain way, and the way they break it down is perfect, because it's true. It's gonna be on earth, man. We're gonna be gods once again. All right, we're gonna be gods once again, but this time we're not gonna die. Like Apostle Gabar mentioned, we were gods in the past, and we shall be gods again. All right, and that's gonna happen. Okay, that's definitely gonna happen. And Salaki, my phone glitched right there. But yeah, man. Through the Spirit, we're gonna bring this out. And I was watching the brothers from Desmonies, GMS Desmonies. You could check them out. The brothers been pushing for like, for a lot of years. I believe 9-10 years they've been in it, possibly longer than that. But the brothers was live, and they was going into, just embrace being the bad guy, because these people, they look at us like, oh, like the brother mentioned, how these people, they look at us like, yo, we don't want to make money. This guy, he doesn't eat this stuff. They see us fasting. They're like, yo, they look at us, and not knowing that, like the brother mentioned, not knowing that we're separate from the world, separate meaning holy, so that's what we are right now, and we don't try to be like the world, we're not trying to be involved too much with the world. But yeah, this is Hebrews 12 and 9. It reads, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Khan. And one of the brothers mentioned prudence. This is definitely important too. It's very needful that we gotta dwell with prudence. But yeah, this is Proverbs 8 and 12. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. Khan. It says, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the fraud of mouth do I hate. Khan. So prudence is a very important thing. It says discretion, wisdom. So, yeah, man, this is what it's about. It says, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the fraud mouth do I hate. Khan. All right, we're going to bring this out too. This is Ephesians. Let's see what this is getting into. This is Ephesians 1 and 6 through 8. It reads, to the praise of the glory of his grace, wherein he hath made us accepted in the beloved, the house of David is the beloved, but in this occasional, in this instance, it's talking about Yahushua, right? All right, that's what it says, wherein he hath made us accepted in the beloved. All right, so we're made acceptable unto the Lord Yahushua himself. All right, it says, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins, according to the riches of his grace, wherein he hath abundant toward us in all wisdom and prudence. Right, so the Lord, so like it says, wherein he hath abounded toward us in all wisdom and prudence. Right. So the Lord, he's the one that establishes the heavens and the earth. He's the one that gives us certain knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And thank God my phone ain't glitching, because it be doing that shit. I'll be having to turn it back off and on. And if I turn it off right now, I just shut down the screen and turn it back on, and whatever, right? It'll stop the recording. It'll restart the whole thing, and I don't want that to happen. Like I said, the Lord is the one that, establishes the heavens and the earth, And how did he invent or create everything? Well, it was through Yahushua and the angels. That's how the Most High created everything. All right, but the Most High, you got to understand, the Most High is in control of everything. All right, and the word for abounded right here, it says be in excess, be superfluous. I think it's more like this. Make more abound, right? Yeah, abundance, right? Yeah, abundant. Be the better enough, and to spirit not exceed, right? Increase, right? So the Lord has increased us. All right, it says remain over and above, and that's the Most High. He's always gonna remain over and above, because he grants us these certain things. He's always gonna be the head, just like with Yahushua, he's the head of the church. All right, because he was, remember, 2,000 years ago, we know that he already defeated Satan. But not only that, he was preaching the gospel. Actually, he was preaching the kingdom, that it's nigh, and that the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and things like this, man. So we know the Lord, he was we know that he was doing these things, on earth. He was with his disciples. He actually walked with his disciples. He did these certain things, man, that people would not believe in this time, in this day and age, man. All right. But yeah, man, that's people for you. Okay. But yeah, it's back to the book of Hebrews. Let me see if I got everything I needed. Let me see if I got everything out that I needed. Okay, yeah, it says verse 10, for they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our spirit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. Right, so the Lord, he's the one that chastises us, so we could be partakers of his holiness, his holy kingdom, his holy prepared throne, which the throne of the Most High is going into, like the establishment is going into the kingdom. I remember someone told me that before. But yeah, his holiness, his court, for a day in thy courts, speaking about the kingdom, right? It says, verse 11, now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness. Yeah, and that's the point. Okay, that, listen, Israel is going to be established in righteousness. Okay, the earth is going to yield back its fruit. It's going to go back to how it was during the time of the Garden of Eden, but even better, like Apostle Kabal mentioned. He also mentioned that too. But yeah, it says, now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Yeah, the same thing with John the Revelator. He in his mouth it was sweet as honey, but in his belly it was bitter. It's going into like the trials and tribulations he was to go through, because the Lord told him how thou must prophesy, before many witnesses, kings and rulers and priests and governors and things like that, and nations and tongues. So he was definitely a prophet himself. That's why he's called John the Revelator. He literally wrote the book of Revelation. All right, it says, now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, right? The word for joyous is gladness, man, cheerfulness, calm, delight. Yeah, that's what it's going into. So in his mouth, it was sweet as honey. It's going into like the word, knowing the names and knowing certain things. Well, just knowing he what was sweet in his mouth was the things that, he knew, the things he witnessed and imagined or have saw, but in his belly it was bitter, because it says grievous right here, right? So in his belly it was bitter, it says sadness, grief, sorrow, and that's the spirit that the majority of Jakes are in right now. They're in grief, they're in sorrow, It's nothing but sadness in this world. It talks about how the sorrow of this world worketh death. But yeah, we slowly coming out those curses, man. Which when it talks about it being in his belly bitter, that's talking about like the curses and the things that we would have to go through, man, before receiving the kingdom. All right. Oh, matter of fact, let me bookmark that chapter. That was Hebrews 12, right? Yeah, this is a good chapter, But I'm gonna go into that Thessalonians. This is 1 Thessalonians 3:2. It reads. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse at 3. Slacker, that no man should be moved by these afflictions, for yourselves know that we are appointed thereunto. For verily, when we were with you, we told you before that we should suffer tribulation, even as it came to pass, and ye knew. Exactly. So these things must come to pass. We must go through these things. And I highly advise y'all watch that live show that the brothers, had done, man. It was beautiful. Tuning into it and just don't go into certain things. So it was powerful, man, what they said, It says, for this cause, when I could no longer forbear, I sent to know your faith, lest by some means the tempter have tempted you, and your labor, and our labor be in vain. Yeah, man. Yeah, because there's a scripture where it talks about, lest by any means that the serpent begot Eve through his subtlety, Yeah, so right here it says, lest by some means the tempter have tempted you, and that's the same thing that happened at Eve, man. She was tempted, man, to go off, and she went off, man. Therefore, their labor became vain. Adam and Eve, their labor became vain. All right, but yeah, this is I'm about to wrap up this lesson though. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 119. All right. Oh, that's my sleep. Salakia. I know that popped up. Y'all see that right there. Here it is. I'm supposed to be sleeping right about now. Getting into my bed. Going in bed and shit or whatever, right? But I'm up doing this video, man. I'd rather be up making these lessons, man. Cause it might be a day you don't even feel like doing a video, and it might be early, sun out. Looking nice. It's like, it's sunny out there. It's just looking nice. You might not want to go out there, man, and preach the word or even do a video. But you got to tap into that spirit. And even with me being up this late, it's like, bro, I got to make these lessons because, you got to be on top of yourself at times. You got to be on top of things, man, to where, like, you're just pushing, you're grinding, man. And that's how I am. I'm not going to let just days and weeks fly away and pass without doing it. Nah, man, I got to put in the work. I tell myself this time and time again, man, this is what I've been placed. I know this is what I've been placed on earth to do, is work for the Lord, man. And this is our job. This is our duty as prophets of the Lord. All right. And as it says here, this is Psalm 119:50. This is my comfort in my affliction, for that word have quickened me. Yes, so the word of the Lord quickens us, man, through the Spirit. That's why it's important to tap into this word daily, man. Well, yeah, like Apostle Kabal, his channel used to be called Daily Edification, Daily Exaltation, man. A channel that he had back in the past. He had like a few of them, man. They took it down, though, man. You know how it is with these devils. But yeah, this is John 15:20. I'll end it with this. Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna go into Peter as well. Let me check the time on this though. Okay, yeah, we got a few minutes. It says, Shalaki, hold on. Yeah, this is, let me find my scriptures, hold on, because I kind of lost them, hold on. Okay, yeah, hold on. Okay, yeah, here they are. All right, John 15:20. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. So there was some people that kept the Lord's sayings. They took it to heart. They searched these things. They studied it. They did their research or whatever, and they found these things to be true. The words of the Lord, they found it to be true, and they agree with it, and they continue to follow the Lord. But some people, they were offended at His word and things like that. But you can't be offended. It talks about that too. One to you that are offended. Hey, if you're offended, you're not gonna be defended, man. By the Lord. It says, "Blessed is he that shall not be offended in me." I believe. Yeah, there you go. So that's a good scripture actually. But yeah, this is verse 26. But when the comforters come, see, not the tempter, which is Satan, but the comforter, which is who? Yahweh. That's why we need the Lord to be on our side, man. We need to pray that Yahweh guides us and He watches over us, man. All right, we have to make sure that we're praying to the Lord, because He praying for us, man. I pray not that thou shalt take them out the world, but that, something like that, but that thou keepest them in the world, or something like that. So the Lord wants to keep us here. That way He could, deliver us eventually, right? Let me see if I can find it very quick. Hold on. I pray for them. I pray not for the world. Right, He's not praying for this world. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. Yeah, John 17:15. Hey, so this is what the Lord is doing. He's keeping us away from the evil. So the Lord, He not praying that that the Lord, the Most High should take us out of the world, but that we should be kept from the evil, because this world was made for us at the end of the day. So, who the hell wants to be taken out the earth and not be here no more? Nah, man. We wanna exist, man. We wanna live forever, bro. All right, but yeah, this is verse 26. But when the comforters come, whom I will send unto you from the Father, even the Spirit of truth, which proceeded from the Father, He shall testify of me. Yeah, man. The word for testify says report, bear record, have, obtained, of, charge, give evidence, to be a witness. Yeah, man. It's the same with us. All right, I'm gonna end up with this Peter though. Here, no, with Peter. This is 1 Peter 2:21. It reads, "For even here unto we were ye called, because much shall also suffer for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow His steps." Man, this is perfect. Hey, so we ought to follow the Lord's steps. The Lord, commanded us to eat the right food. We gotta eat the right things, man. All right, not offering things unto idols. That's another commandment, things like that, I believe, right? Can't be sacrificing unto the devils. You gotta do the right thing, man. You gotta eat the right things, and it's much more than praying and fasting. You gotta be there for your brother, man. All right, you gotta put in the work. You gotta be diligent. You gotta be vigilant. You gotta be aware. You gotta be awoke. You have to be up, man. You can't give sleep to thine eyes. I believe there's a scripture like that. Give not slumber to thine eyelids. You can't be doing that, man. You gotta be up, man. You gotta be, you gotta be up in this thing, man. You can't. It talks about that in the scriptures too. Love not sleep, man. So, but yeah, with that being said, all praises to Yahweh Shem Shah. All right. With that, Shalom, Akim.